Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number. Yeah, call me, baby.
No. We're not doing that.
Hashtag rude.
People of Earth.
The name's Nukem, Duke Nukem.
This is Happy Tea Cat.
This is Albert Wesker.
I'm Hatchworth from Steam Powered Giraffe.
You're listening to The Rock Show on VoxVii.com.
Listen to Conrad and Lucas.
Take Geek Culture off the shelf and show it to you.
The spine from Steam Powered Giraffe says so.
Don't change the channel. 'Cause I know where to find it, bud.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hello, everybody.
What's
Welcome
up?
to Season 3, Episode 4, Part 1 of The Rack Show, which you can check out on the VoxVii YouTube channel, VoxVii.com, and TheRackShow.com. You can also follow us on tons of social media by going for The Rack Show, all one word, on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Conrad.
And I'm Lucas.
Lucas, where are we? Because we're not where we usually are.
We're at the MidWest Media Expo here in Detroit, Michigan.
And as you can tell, we have an audience that was kind enough to sit in and watch us go through our skit at the beginning of the show. They were super nice and very quiet, which was necessary. So thanks, guys.
We have a big weekend ahead of us.
Absolutely. We're doing all sorts of things. This is the first and foremost, right at the beginning of MidWest Media Expo is our first show. And then a little while after this, we're doing the Super Geek Quiz-Off.
Which will be fun, where Conrad does questions, and I just screw with him.
Lucas does commentary. He insisted on doing color commentary.
Because trivia commentary is like the way of the future. Absolutely. That's where it's headed.
You just made that up.
It's a thing now.
Never mind. And then after that, which we're not officially doing as far as the show goes, but I know I'm going to be there. Lucas is probably going to be there too. Nerdlife Productions is putting on Nerdy Flirty.
I will probably be there.
And we always sit in on that because I'm still looking for my princess who's in another castle. Now you make your geek reference. Go.
I usually get... I've talked about this on the show before, haven't I? I talked about it in the Vox.
I only asked for a geek reference and you want to brag, but go ahead.
I usually get people... I always usually have more numbers than you.
He likes to say that.
But if you count the ones that aren't resumes, then I don't. Because most people are trying to apply for a job.
Because we're awesome?
And they're just like, you should call me.
Maybe.
Because we could work together. I'm like, that's
awesome.
not the right kind of work together that I was looking for. But yeah.
Great story. Cool story, bro.
Thanks.
Cool story. Yeah, thanks, guys.
I don't know how to respond to it. It's just like, yeah, just send me your resume to resume at
And that's going to cap
VoxVii.com.
off our Saturday after we may or may not have an awesome house party. We're still in the process of figuring that out.
It'll be
and then
fun.
Tomorrow we do part 2 of the Rack Show's coverage here at MidWest Media Expo. And then all day Saturday, we get to just hang out.
Well, I think we're going to be on some other people's panels. People have invited us.
But we're going to be pulled into that stuff as of now.
And we'll be sitting around selling our new t-shirts because we have new t-shirts. It's season 3.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to check these bad boys out? Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this color.
Whoever designed that is
Mario
amazing.
Red here for season 3.
And then we have like a gray / we don't know what to call it. Black.
Gargoyle gray.
And it's
Gargoyle's
not
gray.
like the season 1.
Disney Gargoyle's gray.
The season 1 shield was a little bit different. The difference is, if everybody looks on the screen here, or when Corey puts up this JPEG or whatever we're gonna give him,
we're gonna have something up.
The dice now says our season. We're gonna keep with that.
Roman numeral 3.
We added electronics this year.
Ooh.
And ones and zeros.
Spiffy.
And the ones and zeros actually mean something if you had all of them.
If you put all of them together, you would notice that they all spell out Lucas, Conrad, Jomar, Corey, Will, Mike, and Amy, which is the entire VoxVii team.
And then therackshow.com.
Which is pretty darn cool. And that was Lucas's idea. That's Lucas's baby.
So it
kudos.
was fun making it. I think that's all we changed. I think we're going to try to change it every year.
Well, we also moved to where therackshow.com was located. We put it up here.
Yeah, because it was on the belly button before, and you'd have to look down to get the URL.
Over the hearts. Because the Rack Show, all about hearts.
Have you ever put on the shirt and seen where the Rack Show was? It was like right above your junk.
I don't look at my junk as often as you apparently do. So that sounds like a
little
personal
bit different
problem,
for me
sir.
Because it's out there, and I'm just gotta look down. And
we're talking about
it's on my
the
belly.
shirt, not
my junk.
Okay, just making sure.
No, not my junk.
That's an important distinction. Okay,
my junk is not on my belly. That would be awkward. How would that work?
And then after Saturday, We have a really cool kind of thing that's going to showcase
Like every time I rubbed my belly, it'd be like masturbating.
Lucas, stop it. What? Dude,
that's what it would be like. It'd be
we're
like
going to have to edit this out.
I'm hungry,
our intern,
and now I'm horny.
Our intern can't even watch this episode now because of what you just said.
I didn't say anything really bad.
Brandon, Bianca, don't watch this episode, okay?
You don't think he's here?
I'm pointing at him when he does watch it because he's going to.
Oh, okay. So we have a good show today.
Yeah, well, we're not done telling people what we do. On Sunday, we're going to have a little behind-the-scenes stuff. We're actually going to put Corey in the forefront of the camera, which you kind of see him on the Vox. We have a rotating roster there, and Corey's there sometimes. But this time, we're going to put him in front of people, and he's going to be on our web content production. Is that what
he's putting something together. I think it was his idea.
It was his idea?
Not if it was your idea.
It was his idea. And he wants to kind of show people how we do what we do behind the scenes. And we're going to hopefully get some more people that do production in the web industry. Lucas is going to be on it, even though he keeps saying that it's too early for him. I'm going to force him to go.
It's too early. It's Sunday night.
Maybe we can get some people from another podcast that might be about 15 feet over in this direction.
They all have beards except for one.
Yeah.
Did you ever notice that?
It's not really a beard.
That's a goat.
It's more of a beard than Lucas. Just saying. And then after that, Pod Apocalypse.
Which was a great idea we came up with where we wanted to put all the podcasts, and it's going to be in the same room, I believe.
Anybody who sits in front of a microphone for an extended period of time on a professional basis, we want them in on this, and then we're just going to bullshit.
And it might get vulgar. It's a 2-hour show.
Well, which you just heard me get vulgar.
That's
Pardon
not vulgar.
my French.
That's not vulgar.
Okay.
I mean, we get vulgar.
We could. We're not going to.
Oh, okay.
Any more vulgar than you already have.
That's not vulgar.
This is already an NC-17 show because of what you said.
Masturbate?
Stop it.
Here nor there.
No.
Masturbate.
No.
I said masturbate.
Stop it. No.
It's when you rub your belly. Obviously.
That's one interpretation of it.
I think we should bring on our first guest.
Absolutely.
We've known him since our season 1, right?
Yes.
And he's been a good friend of us.
He has a very special place in my heart specifically, which I'm not going to mention on the show, but
I think you
Jomar
should.
knows what about it.
It's a great story.
It is not. We're not talking about that.
It's
on
a
the show.
great story. You know what? We talk about my life.
Yeah, but we're not going to talk about that. Hello. I'm waving at everybody new that walks in.
He is amazing.
Hello.
He was on our first season. At our very first convention.
Was he? He was on our second season too, wasn't he?
And he was on second season.
Yeah, which he's going to make another guest that has shown up on every single season of
we have a couple of
our
those.
show, which is amazing. But please give a warm welcome to SteamPunk DJ extraordinaire Vourteque.
Vourteque! Yeah!
Hey guys.
And I'm going to move him closer to me because I like him.
Hey,
there you go. Did I mess up the shot?
We can shut down another hot tub.
Or open up another hot tub.
Vourteque,
that's what we did.
We actually have cameras now. Look at this.
I
can
know.
actually see your beautiful face now
Look
instead
at
of
this
just
man.
it being audio all the time.
Look at this garb.
You know what I like to do? Conrad, back in the day, since we were all auto, used to describe things for the viewer. Can you describe Vourteque in the most sensual way possible?
In the most sensual way?
So our female listeners that are still listening on the podcast level understand why he's so sexy.
Well, if you've ever seen the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, there's a term that they throw about a bit, which is called a Dapper Dan man. And I believe that we are seeing the epitome of a Dapper Dan man with this gentleman right here. We have vertical stripes on his vest and his pants. He also has a lovely overcoat, which I would say is a more Victorian feel to the design. He is rocking the regal purple kerchief, I would say, or is that a tie?
It's an ascot.
Ascot, of course. How could I be so
love that
rude?
word, ascot.
Ascot. And of course, we can't. And this isn't even part of his garb. He was just God blessed with these beautiful brown eyes. Just look at those. You can get lost in them.
That being
like
said,
milk chocolate.
Hi, welcome to Sensual Times with Joe Vourteque.
There you go.
There you go.
Was that okay? Was that sensual enough, guys?
That's good.
That's good. All right, thank you.
So what have you been up to? I mean, it's been a year. Were you at YomaCon last year?
Yeah, no.
So it's been a year for us.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was booked for another gig, so I sent another DJ in my crew out for YomaCon.
Good looking out. Good looking out.
Yeah, you know, I never leave anyone unsatisfied except that one,
Giggity.
that one person. One time.
Giggity.
Did you rub your belly?
Not enough belly rubbing.
Yeah, okay.
This is
Anyways.
what I have to deal with. Sorry, go ahead.
So anyways, it was Midwest Media Expo last year. By the way, are we going to get our asses handed to us by a bunch of 8-year-olds?
We might do that again.
We might
What's
try.
it called? What's
He's
it? Halo?
Yeah,
He is
Halo?
referring to a thing we did. So last year we weren't official guests
destroyed.
or speakers or panelists or anything. Conrad and I had just started off second season after a long
We were
hiatus.
going like guerrilla warfare.
And we're just like, you know what we
promoting.
should do? Because we were just here. We weren't anybody here. We're like, we should just set up our own
You weren't anyone.
signature table.
not yet.
And we started signing autographs, and they're just like, who are these two guys?
We started bribing people with candy.
We bribed people. We set up our own panels that the con did not even know about.
We had a 15-minute pirate panel in between. I forget what the first one was, but it was the super secret random gibberish concert that happened last year.
Yes.
Right before them, we took over the sound equipment and put on our own show, and I think bribed people with drinks
At 1:30
Come on
in
our
the
show.
morning.
Yeah,
we were
1:30
a
in the
little
morning.
intoxicated. But by far one of my favorite things that happened last year is we pulled some guests together. You were one of them, along with Black Nerd, who we'll see later.
Yeah,
in
Black Nerd
the
Comedy,
episodes.
Andre Meadows.
And a
And,
couple
a
others.
couple of members from Silly
Jack's
Philly.
from Silly Philly.
Yep.
And then we got a bunch of 13, 14, and 15-year-olds.
I'm pretty sure
and
there was a
121.
12-year-old. There was a 12-year-old
Yeah,
as
maybe.
well.
And then there was
They
one
looked 8 years old
21-year-old.
to
Yeah.
me. But
And we played
I'm in
Halo
my
1
30s.
on a PC, and we got our asses handed
Oh my
to
god!
us.
It was like
Destroyed.
it was a 5-on-5. I
Destroyed.
just remember that Vourteque and I got into a warthog, and we just started owning these kids because we were running them over, and
That
we were
was
doing well.
And then they
all we
bunkered
could
down.
do.
It was like they were hustling us. They like we got like 6 points up.
They're like, oh no.
And then all of a sudden you hear, and Conrad goes down, and the little kid just goes like this because we're
He
face
can
to face.
barely see
He does
over the
this.
screen.
He does this, and he sees Conrad, and
I'm
he goes
doing
like
this.
this. And every time one of these kids like shot us, they would pop up to see who they shot, and they'd sit back down, and you could see them. They're like little.
It's really weird.
Dig Dug trios or whatever.
Yeah, it was. What am I?
Anyways, they ended up beating us by some insane number.
soundly very like it was barely a contest.
Brandon was on that. That's when we sort of worked with Brendan.
Was Brendan on the other side of that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It was really
That's
fun.
how he's like, I guess I can like these guys because they suck at Halo so
Absolutely.
hard, but at least they're entertaining while they do it.
It would be cool to do that again, maybe on Saturday afternoon. Hey, you got a phone call.
Sorry.
Oh, it's totally okay.
So yeah,
We know you're an important man, so
If we do that tomorrow afternoon, would you want to do it again?
Yeah, and this time I might be a little more sober.
Well,
you don't need to be.
it's like bowling. You're the better you are, the more drunk you are.
I'm
right?
trying.
That's
I'm
the way
trying
Halo works.
to be functional on Sunday this year, though.
There's less
What's
of a
on
concern.
Sunday?
Stuff. I don't know. I have to-
There you go.
I think
He's like, I gotta go home.
I think I have a panel. I'm DJing both of the big parties. It's the big dances this year.
Awesome. What time?
We'll
are they
have
at?
to show up to those.
I don't know because I literally had a gig last night. Went to bed at 3:00 in the morning. Got up at 6:00 in the morning. Packed my car, drove here, and did opening ceremonies.
Very cool.
Just interrupting real fast. I'm waving to Laura Marsh over here, who is part of GFX, another convention in the local Detroit area that we've been plugging on our show recently. And she's got a big old awesome camera, so I wanted to wave at her.
What's
let her
up,
know
Laura?
that I saw her, and that
How
we're
you
super
doing?
professional. We'll just stop our show to say hi to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, since we're plugging things, by the way,
Go nuts.
I'm producing a Neo Vintage Festival in Chicago this fall.
What's a Neo Vintage Festival?
It's this is the way I get away with doing a big festival that's mostly music and like arts based, but got some convention-y elements. But I didn't just want to do steampunk because I love steampunk, but I wanted to do more than that. So we got like rockabilly and circus
I like
and burlesque and like swing
Gotta love
and
burlesque.
vintage and all that kind of stuff. So it's like everything cool from like 1890 through 1955.
Oh, 55.
Yeah, rockabilly.
Awesome.
Very
Oh,
cool.
yeah, I forgot. Rockabilly's relatively new in that sense. That's awesome.
You got a
though.
barbershop quartet.
If I clone myself, maybe.
Are you asking if he does? Because you
Do you
said that
have
like a
one?
statement.
I
There you
don't
go.
have one, no.
Maybe Conrad and I, and maybe Corey and Jomar should get together.
And start a barbershop.
Two
quartet.
people
Barbershop Canada.
in that can sing, by the way.
Do up, she do.
You're not, no.
No.
You're not one of them.
It's good.
There you go. Oh, will you? Oh, thanks. Okay.
He's got a great beard.
Josh from Road Life Productions
I mean,
wants to
I feel like he's
volunteer for that.
a great he's well coiffed hair. He could be because it could be like obviously he attends the barber. He goes to a barber shop.
Absolutely.
He's got the look of attending a barbershop. Now he just needs the super simple part of just having the voice and can sing. So there
Can
go.
you sing?
You sang at Carnegie Hall?
Well, now don't you
That's
feel like-
awesome. I sang in the National Cathedral.
Don't. But
Ooh.
I sang at a karaoke
going
bar
on
like
here?
3 weeks ago. And
We're
it
having
was-
a
it was
game of
awesome.
one-upsmanship, which I think Carnegie Hall wins, but still. Will sings in the shower. That's awesome.
I don't.
Do you have an audience? That's all we need to know.
I professionally produce and release music. I don't sing though.
Somebody wins. Speaking of, where can people find your work?
Well, usually in the bargain bin. I'm kidding.
Actually, I bought one.
Record stores don't exist anymore, so you can't buy things in bargain bins. No, you can listen to parts some of my songs on my SoundCloud. That's soundcloud.com/Vourteque.
Lower third, right around here.
I really like SoundCloud.
Vourteque. There's also Mixcloud where I have DJ mixes on there. I have a website where I have some of the songs on there. You can also listen to me on Spotify, and you can buy my music on Amazon, iTunes, anywhere else. eMusic. Yes.
Do you mix Carly Rae Jepsen? Is that her name? Jepsen.
He can't even.
Or
She collaborated with me on my new album.
yeah, that's
I'm so lying on my ass right now. Exciting news. My new album, The Iron and Jazz Age, has been finished and mastered, and the CDs are currently being pressed. And the label I'm on, it's not my label, but the label I'm on is working on the digital release. It's called The Iron and Jazz Age. It's 11 electro swing and neo vintage and punk blues tracks. That's how I describe it. And there is, and I collaborated with various people such as Professor Elemental, Sabrina Chapp, Carrie Rayburn, Eli August, Joe Harbitson, and Alex Johns of Ford Theater Reunion. And
we love them.
I love them.
We
too.
love them.
They're great. They're great. And a bunch of other people that are going to murder me because Allison Kerval from the Clockwork Dolls.
Okay.
And
So sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Do
pretty
you know when
excited.
this is going to become available yet?
it will be available May 2015.
Good.
I brought the posters with me.
Nice.
if Conrad and I form a band, could we be on your next album? What would we call ourselves?
I have no idea. Rack Punk?
Yeah, that's it.
Carly Rae Jepsen.
2 white guys in a brown spot.
Who's the other white guy?
We'll get Corey in on it. He's always with
okay,
us.
then.
He's always behind the camera.
Sure. Why not?
What do you think?
You're just making stuff up. It doesn't even have any reference.
Whatever.
What was I going to ask you? Son of a gun. I was going to ask you something, and then Lucas just talked about brown spots.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Well, I can't. He's already said masturbation like 18 times. I'm trying to keep it clean.
Oh, for crying
I'm
in
not
the mud.
defining masturbation for anybody
It's
here.
when you rub
If
your
you-
belly.
I'll do
if
that.
you don't know,
So
you're-
you know when a man and a
No.
woman, or a man and a man, or a woman and a woman love each other very
That is-
much,
you're-
take one
Well,
of those
take one of them
people
away, and then you got it.
Yeah.
Oh God, Sex 101 with the Rack Show. Don't.
It's just when one person
Who's
loves
writing
themselves
notes?
very,
Josh, don't
very
be
much.
writing this down, man.
What is this?
Ladies,
What?
ladies.
This is
Can
a, this
make
is a
out later.
prize that's going to be given away during our Super Geek quiz off. It's just not right now very important.
So what's the question?
What's the question?
You had a question for me.
I did.
I wanted to be on your next album. That was the question. Would
That
you
was
let
your
me
question.
on your
I
next
had another
album?
one. That was
I'm
actually-
literally going to walk away and you're going to remember the question.
I'm going to be like, Vourteque! Right?
Yeah.
Quick talk. I'm going to think.
Okay. And I just met you.
That's not a
This is
question.
crazy.
That's not a question.
Okay.
Hey, remember?
Are you excited for Midwest Media Expo?
Yeah. Hey, remember when we polished off an entire magnum of
my
white
favorite
wine
things.
last
Okay,
year?
I have this story to tell
Just
because I
the two
didn't
of
tell
us.
it last year at Midwest Media Expo. And I've not told it ever since. So Conrad couldn't stay all of Midwest Media Expo or something like that, or he was working a
I
lot.
had to work. I have a work
So
schedule.
I was soloing this. I was just bored, and I was like, I don't know where I'm going to be.
Lucas is used to soloing it.
Yeah, well, what can I say?
Giggy.
And Vourteque comes across. He's like, hey, I'm going to be drinking up in my room
By
around
myself.
4 o'clock.
Vortex was much more suave than this, by the way.
And
Lucas is doing a poor Vortex impression right now.
How about this? Hey,
Nope. Already bad.
I'm going to
Nope.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. I
There you
go,
go.
Okay.
Hey, Lucas,
Hey, what?
I'm going to be drinking by myself, alone, in my room later.
That sounds awesome, man. Why would you
Cool.
be by yourself?
I don't remember what I said. I think I was
You
drunk
invited
already.
me at this point.
No, I said, I don't know why I'd be by myself. You should join me.
And I'm like, that sounds like a great idea. And then 4 o'clock rolled around. I'm like, there's nobody to hang out with. I'm going to go hang out with Vourteque.
No, that is not the way it went.
Wait a minute, I was your
I
last
was about to
choice?
say, that's not the way it went at all.
So I went up there.
I wasn't even there.
now?
I know that's not how it went. Lucas is trying to make himself sound
And
really cool.
He
and
answers
he's
the
failing,
door.
and he's lying.
He answers the door, and he's not in his normal garb. And I'm like, I'm here for Vourteque. And I forgot his real name at this point. I refer to him as Vourteque all the time. And and he's like, that's me. Come on in. And he opens up this old, what do you call that thing? That old wood box.
Oh, an old wood box?
So it's an old wood box, but it's made for carrying around alcohol.
Oh, the portable bar.
Portable bar. And he opens it up, and he's like, I'm a whiskey fan. And I look like this, and I'm like, I can see that, Vourteque. And he explains all the different types of whiskeys there are. He knows a lot about whiskey.
If you have a question about whiskey, I very literally could probably answer it.
Like, what's American whiskey called?
Well, there's a lot of different kinds of American whiskey.
Well, like what?
Okay, well, you have, of course, bourbon, which is the best known one, but you also have American rye, and you also have Tennessee whiskey. Evidently, I just learned there is something called Alabama whiskey.
Ooh.
Of course, then you have all sorts of tiny little things. You can have, like, an American single malt. I mean, basically any form of whiskey can be an American
And
whiskey.
what about Europe? What do they got?
Well, of course, it goes pretty much the same in Europe, but the best known whiskey producers are, of course, Ireland and Scotland, and there are strict laws in Scotland as to what makes various types of Scotch. And then Irish whiskey is similar to Scotch, but also made with unmalted barley, and often it is blended and triple distilled for smoothness.
Does Australia have its own whiskey?
It probably does, but I'm actually not that familiar with Australian whiskey.
So I'm
India,
there.
Put that on your to-do list.
India has its own whiskey, and France and Germany have also made their own whiskeys.
Oh, no.
I'm in his room, and there's nobody there except for him and me, and I'm sitting on his bed, and it's awkward for me because it is. And he looks at me, and
because I mean, when you're around this much man,
I just couldn't hold. I couldn't
intimidating.
contain it was very
How can
tempting.
you possibly even keep your hands off?
And he looks at me. He's like, "We're not going to start at whiskey."
Yeah.
And I think you gave me vodka. Is that what it was?
give me vodka.
It wasn't whiskey at the first time. It was something else.
No way would have given you vodka.
You gave me something.
I do not drink
It was
vodka.
not a whiskey because you started off me lower.
Was it roofies? Because you barely remember.
Just water with a Mickey in
There
it.
you go.
It was water with them. And I drank that, and I'm not a big drinker. So at this point, like, I've had a shot of water and whatever, and I'm a little bit buzzed. And he's like, you know what? Let's go through the whiskeys. And he poured me 3 shots of 3 different whiskeys, and I don't remember anything after that.
And then we opened up. Literally, I had a magnum of white wine for some bizarre reason.
That's not how I
right.
thought you were going to end that
and I
sentence.
just was like, you know what?
I'm so glad it ended that
it's
way, though.
white wine time. And that
He sits on the bed across from me, pours me a glass. I'm just like, it's going down. It didn't go down. It was very disappointing, but it was supposed to.
Well, anyways, I think he's saying that I have to go.
Oh, okay. What is that sign?
Our producer has to be the bad guy for us. We'll sit here and we'll talk to Vourteque until the sun goes
Vourteque,
down
we
and
love
comes
you.
up again. I just want
Every
it to be
year,
known,
it's so fun to hang out with you.
I just want it to be known that my Vourteque story is still better than Lucas's.
Yeah, you should tell that Vourteque story.
Nope. You want to hear it? Nobody can have
it
a
involves
camera
sex
anywhere
and
near us.
nudity.
I think
It
Corey
involves
has
one
it.
of those, actually. And
I
I'm
think
not gonna
Corey
tell you
has
which
it on
one.
audio somewhere because he recorded
Only
it on
one?
accident.
Only one. Well, you have to figure out what. Come talk to me at MidWest Media Expo. I'll gladly tell you the story when there's nothing recording me.
But that means
that
you
great
have
of
to
a
go.
story.
Oh, yeah. Come talk to him.
Yeah, totally.
At
Anyway,
the restaurant.
Vourteque,
A
thanks for
pleasure,
showing up.
guys.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I'll see you guys later.
Thank you, Vourteque. Everybody, give it up for Vourteque one more time.
Yeah. One of our favorite people on this planet.
Yeah.
And I'm not even exaggerating because he's here.
Especially you. You should tell that story.
I'm not telling that story.
It's a good story.
It involves a hot tub, too. Anyway,
So you already, it involves a hot tub, him and Vourteque. You can just fill in the blanks.
it involved more people than that.
Jomar was there.
Jomar was there. You also can't ask him while anything's recording.
Yeah, where is he?
He is wrangling, I think. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
We have blue screen of death, I think.
We have. Oh, I'm probably supposed to hit this button.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Don't pull up your
I'm
browser
going to bring
history.
on our brothers from other podcasts
Mothers.
or other mothers.
Sure, why not? Are we bringing them all on, or what's happening? How's this working?
Yeah, they could sort of fit.
Okay, Corey's going to have to adjust the shot. Sorry, buddy. Just give you a heads up. But yeah, everybody give a loud round of sound for as many of them who wants to come up, Nerd Life Productions.
Woo! Yay! So, Will, you're not coming up? You're going to play video games during our podcast? That's awesome.
What's great is that Will and Eric just booed their own production company. You both booed them.
They're out.
What are you playing? What are you playing?
What? Street Passes? Is that like Street Fighter but lamer?
Yes.
What is it? What is it really?
Uh-huh.
It's riveting stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like.
How many Street Passes are you getting? Like, how many other people have DSs in here? Wow, man.
Wow, since sitting here?
Can you give your phone number over those things?
Oh,
I'm
he's
gonna
now
come see
very
you
interested in
later.
No
that.
one wants Will's phone number, though.
Aw. Well,
you're seriously interviewing the one not
What we'll do
coming up?
is we will just put down like a lower third of his text of what he's saying to us. But we'll fill in the conversation, make it really raunchy.
Or we'll just rewrite his words completely and have Corey overdo it.
There you go. It's fine.
Wah, 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 wah.
I like that.
Anyways,
anyway, Josh and Danny, what's up, fellas? Hey. These are the lovely beards we were talking about earlier when Vourteque
essentially,
wasn't here.
we were talking earlier. Was it earlier today or yesterday? These are the two guys from their show that are like the two guys from us show.
We mirror each other actually.
Yeah.
I'm their Danny and Josh
because
is their
he's
Lucas.
the pretty one and Josh is me because I have a full beautiful beard. Obviously,
I think you're me. I'm not you.
How old are you?
I was first.
How old are you?
I'm older than you.
You're older than him?
No, I'm just
about to say you're guessing now.
You're like a child, like
right?
You're like
I came into my
28
own before you did.
You came into
like
my
that's
own.
Not the case either.
I bloomed first.
You bloomed first. Yeah. Okay.
I started rubbing my belly before you did.
Damn it!
Yeah, can we thank you for that? I think
No.
you're only allowed a certain amount of masturbations during a podcast this
That's
weekend,
like
and you guys took
25.
them all.
Yeah, now we can't talk about it at all because you guys did.
I'm sorry.
No, absolutely. Talk about it.
But why don't we go ahead and talk about what Nerd Life Productions is doing here at Midwest Media Expo 2015.
We like to put on events at both comic book shops and anywhere in the community, and we love to do cons. We've just started to get into it. We like to put the secure in insecurity. We like to put the social in antisocial. I have nothing.
What? Where?
You guys came prepared?
This is why I normally talk.
About
for the
to
group.
say that was not that great.
Are you grabbing audio? Oh. What? What is going?
So
the other two members
Will and Eric
grab
just
their own
pulled out
microphones.
random microphones that aren't connected to anything, and they're just holding them up like they're part of the
Maybe that's what they do in the
conversation.
podcast. Like these two are actually podcasting, and they just sort of give them empty
This reminds-
controllers.
This is what we do at home too.
This reminds me of
It's
that
like
meme
when you-
online where you have that dad playing a video game and he has two children on his lap that have controllers that are plugged into nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what's happening right now. That's how Will and Eric are contributing because they aren't, but they think they are. And we hear the other members of Nerd Life Productions. I think this is the full roster here. No, these not wireless. I mean, essentially, these are wireless, yes.
They don't have
There are
wires.
no wires.
Yeah.
They need them to work, though.
There you go. So this is everybody.
Did you guys really? Did you guys really bring your own microphones for your shows this weekend?
And so we can do on-site interviews with people.
Why are you still talking
Yeah,
into it? It doesn't work.
Hey, he's dedicated to the gag.
Oh, okay.
Is this still a gag? Because I feel like it's just now sad.
Oh.
See, it is sad. I was right.
He's still on the gag.
Anyway, later on tonight, we touched base on in a little bit. Nerdy Flirty is coming up after the Super Geek Quiz Off. It's happening in the same place. Tell us about Nerdy Flirty.
So Nerdy Flirty Speed Dating is just a place where you can you're going to come in, and we do about 40 people, and it's a place to meet like-minded. Get that mic out of here. It's a place to meet like-minded individuals, make new friends, and maybe meet that special someone.
Possibly love connection.
And
Yeah.
Conrad and I can vouch for this. We've done it at every convention we see you at because you're like,
Correct.
you should come, and we're like, not this time, and then we're there.
I never tried to play hard to get with Nerdy Flirty. I'm always like, done. I'm there. I
and
come
we're
running,
there,
So
and it's a blast.
The best part with you guys, though, is that you always everyone has an alias, so no one knows like your real name. But then I'll be like, "Hey, Lucas!" Like
Lucas,
I mean,
from the Rack Show.
Lucas, I mean Green Lantern,
There's
yeah.
Alucard and Cloud or whatever.
Yeah, last time we were at
Alias things,
YomaCon,
right? Yeah.
and we had anime names, and I'm just like, I don't even know who I am.
Didn't we make you go?
My
through
name's
those?
Lucas. How to meet you? She's
I don't know.
like,
I scribbled mine out, actually. I made myself not Alucard, even though it was my original name. What was my name?
Something from
Something
Titan.
stupid. What is it, Attack on Titan? Are you
I
sure?
have no idea.
I don't know.
We have those stupid names.
My name was Lucas.
I made a stupid name, not you guys. Your guys' name was very accurate for being YomaCon. It was an anime
Talk
name.
in your own mic,
I
though.
made mine. Yeah, talk to you in your own mic, Will.
My favorite part about you guys, though, is you always wear your big press badge.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Names
So
on
it's
it.
like we're
So
trying
we're
to
like-
hide, and it says, you know,
You're on the
our
rack
information
show
and our
yeah,
birth date
everything.
and
You know,
everything.
hey, you can scan this, know exactly who we are. But
It's our
this
walking
secret
dating
alias. It's like we're like, oh, we're too famous. Everyone knows who we are. No, that's not.
It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And it's really secure. So it's
Try
a
to make it
great.
safe.
It's really safe because you really don't, with the exception of Conrad and Lucas, you really don't know anybody's name because you have an alias. And you go around and you have like 3 minutes usually, right?
Yep, 3 minutes.
To talk to a person, which I never think is enough.
Yeah, but we got to fit in as many people as.
Yeah,
we
I know.
can.
I understand.
I mean, at Yuma, we turned away like 250.
But after I'm done talking about myself, there's no more time
You gotta
left.
understand, like Lucas not having enough time for himself is not a general problem. That's a very Lucas-centric problem.
I went on a sorted date this week, and we had to do a part 1 and maybe a part 2 later because we didn't get through my whole history yet. So I'm looking forward to
you
part
think
2.
it's a
Second
joke,
date
but
going.
it's not. That's literally what happened.
And when I was 16,
Yeah, so we're doing that tonight, and then we're doing another one tomorrow night at 1 a.m. So
very cool.
For the late
1
night
a.m. is
crowd.
really
So-
late. Why'd you go so
We
late?
did not choose that, but if you go to the dance that starts at midnight, and you're like, well, I just don't know anyone here. Go to
And
a
I want
speed
somebody to
date and meet
dance
someone.
with. That's a great idea.
There you go. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And then you guys are also doing a Nerd Life Roundtable Saturday evening, yes?
Yep.
Okay, and that's very similar kind of to what we do on the Rack Show, yeah? You guys...
basically the same.
Oh,
basically
better.
the same.
Shots
thing,
fired early
What
on,
is that- what
folks.
is what is the round table? No, it's not like that. It's like the Vox.
That's what I meant, the box.
It's not like the Rack Show now. It's like the Vox. We gotta stay ahead of the curve.
Well, it's
The Vox is at the VoxVii, which is VII.com.
What?
What is that?
Vox, VOX.
VOXVII.com. What was that? What was that signal from Corey?
we weren't talking close enough into.
You were not
We weren't making out with the mic.
So that site's very similar to our site, nerdlifeproductions.com.
Nerdlifeproductions.com.
Lower
spelled
third,
with a, spelled
right
with
here.
a Z.
No Z.
No
No
Z.
Z.
Spelled with a Q.
There's actually 3 Qs.
3 Qs. No, it's NERD. It's gonna be like right there, or it'll be
Nerd
right
Life
there.
Productions. It's
Gonna be somewhere on the screen.
Yeah.
I was gonna laugh if you trip because that'd have been awesome. And then as he trips, it just comes in over him like it pushes him over. That would have been great.
So have you guys heard about? Yeah, where are you going? Okay.
Nerd Life Productions, guys.
Physical
We're sorry,
comedy
but we're
at its
sorry about
finest.
But you do a great Nerd Life roundtable, and we did it a couple weeks ago for the first time, I think, right? That was our first
We
time.
did.
And it was, I don't know who produces the show, but I feel bad for them because we just talked and it was so much fun. I was just like, you know what?
basically left
Just
most
turn
of
off
that
the
in.
microphone. We are just going to bullshit for the rest of the night.
I basically left all that stuff in.
Really?
Oh, God.
You know,
no. I remember some of the
Dirty
stuff I
Pete
said in
and,
that show.
Yeah, it was definitely it was definitely an 18 and up show.
There's a 0% chance.
Indiana Jones?
There's a 0% chance that I looked up porn on that show.
0%.
Zero. That did
I
not
think you
happen.
opened the
It
show. doing
totally
that.
happened,
You
actually.
owned it by
Nope.
heart.
Middle of the show, Conrad has his phone out.
That was someone else, and it was my tablet. That was someone else, though. Well, bigger screen. This makes sense.
He was trying to prove something.
Hi, Jomar.
Hey, Bucket.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Wojo.
Hi, Wojo.
Those are our 2 new members.
Yeah, we're talking to our members.
We're embarrassing. They've never done it at a con before, so this is their first con. Give it up for 2 new people that are new to the cons.
Wave at the camera.
There's-
That one, I guess.
This is
I don't really know. Hi.
This is Bucket.
That's Bucket, a.k.a. Mike.
We call him Bucket because he's in charge of this big bin, and we call it the Bucket. And since he's in charge of the bucket, we call him
and
Bucket.
this is Amy. You guys come in. Act like
And that's
you like each other.
Wojo.
That's Wojo wearing an elephant shirt.
That's an interesting shirt. Where'd the rest of it go?
Oh, okay, then there you go.
Did you see the new shirts? Look at this. This is
Look at
awesome.
these new shirts.
Anyway, yeah.
which you can get
sorry,
for the low,
Corey.
low price of $15.
Absolutely, it's awesome.
So we were talking about Nerd Life production.
We were, but now
right?
we're talking about
Hey
shirts.
guys, you want to buy some shirts?
Nerd Life
I wanted to
Productions.
I want to talk about VoxVii.
wants
for a second.
these
Oh,
shirts.
you wanna talk
for
about VoxVii?
$15. Sorry.
But no, you guys have this awesome show that you guys do, and it feels like if you're a listener, you're just like one of the guys listening to them. You're just a quiet guy listening to them because you guys talk about like the insanest shit on your show, and I was caught off guard. Like
Trying to make it fun.
like the porn, whatever that was. I'm just like they're going there, because we don't do that
They
stuff on our
didn't
show.
stop us. 'Cause
It was
Corey yells at
hilarious.
us if we go someplace we're not supposed to.
Yeah,
go.
we're supposed to stay a little
We stay
more clean
in
because we have a
certain
younger
area,
audience.
a certain sphere.
And you guys
don't.
were so much fun. We want to come
We
back.
do what we want to do.
We also love Ann Arbor because afterwards we got pizza with
Oh,
Will,
so
and that was
good.
so good.
Wookie Will loves
Was
pizza.
it New York pizza? Yeah, New York pizza is delicious.
Phenomenal.
That was amazing.
Whether you guys got barbecue chicken pizza?
Yeah, barbecue chicken
Yeah.
pizza was delicious.
Really good. Well, I didn't know. Because we have all sorts of
he got
Ron
vegetarian pizza.
Because he doesn't eat anything that used to have a face.
So, do you have any particular topics you're going to talk about on your show that we can talk about on
Wanna
our
break
show
the news here?
before you talk about them on your show?
Yeah, we don't want to
What?
give anything
No.
away.
Yeah,
Help
we're
us
gonna
create
talk about
content.
how for-
Will, talk in your microphone.
Talk about for $3 you can buy our fancy stickers.
What?
I might buy some of those
You guys are
stickers.
plugging your shirts. I'm plugging our stickers.
Okay.
You guys, the
it's-
artists you have is so good. I
$3
like it.
for both stickers. So
Really?
$3 gets you both.
That's
of
a
those.
deal, guys. That's a deal. $3, 3 bones.
I'm gonna.
This is a,
Okay, this.
Hunger Games
Yeah, this is a
regular
Hunger
show
Game
mashup.
regular show mashup. This one is a Rocket Raccoon
and an I Am Groot.
and a cosplay contest. Apparently,
That's good. You okay?
I'm
Conrad
We
hasn't
have
slept
Conrad's
much.
endorsement.
We picked up a part for one of the cameras on the way here, and then he's like, "I'm gonna need a monster because I didn't sleep last night." I'm like, "Cool, we'll get a monster." He downed it, and
I bought 2. So
and he's just riding out the wave now.
You can ask these guys. Earlier, I was like, "Why do I want to roundhouse kick somebody? I really want to do roundhouse kicks so badly."
I want to see Conrad do a
scary.
roundhouse kick.
I can.
Okay, I kind
do
of want
it.
to see that. Let's see that.
I can do it
Can you do it?
right now.
He's gonna look
On
like
camera.
Star Wars kid.
Yeah, you are.
I don't. Oh, can I? On camera?
This is happening.
So,
Tempted
for
to
the
do
people
this.
that are here, your table is with our table because we're brothers at arms.
Yes.
Our coat of arms. No. But we will see you up there slinging your stickers.
While
We'll be slinging
we're
our
slinging our
shirts.
shirts.
And if you have $3, buy their stickers.
If you have $15, buy our shirts.
And if you have $20, buy our shirts and our stickers and give $2 to me.
If you have no money, it's okay. You can still come talk to us.
Yeah.
We're probably
Absolutely.
playing various games. Will probably be on his DS. You can
Absolutely.
play
That's a
Street
guarantee.
Pass with him.
What is it called when you get somebody that passes you and you make a connection with your DS?
Street
Called a
Pass.
Street Pass.
Yeah.
Can they?
Pass, guys.
They should. It should be like a hit. I got a hit. That would be cool.
I walk around watching someone else has their DSL.
And you'd be like, I'd hit that, and then walk away. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't take Will very many places.
Well, I thank you guys. Is there anything else you want to plug and get out there?
Nope, just trying to make it to our events if you want. It's going to be a lot.
What's your next big event in a couple weeks?
We are doing.
Oh yeah, we do have stuff. To
Oh, yeah.
Let me help you out here.
So at. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's
So
adorable.
Well, I remember things better. So on May 1st, we're doing a Avengers release lobby party at Quality 16 Cinema in Ann Arbor. So we're gonna have trivia, prizes, a huge cosplay contest.
Strippers.
No strippers.
Oh, okay.
Cosplay strippers.
That's the Avengers after party. This is
Oh,
the
okay.
pre-party. So I'll give you information about that later.
Yeah, you will.
Male strippers though. So.
That makes sense for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. It's me and Eric in a cake. Basically.
Okay.
It's me and Eric in a cape.
And then the day after that, we're going to be taking part in the free comic book day festivities at the Vault of Midnight, comic books and stuff.
What
And this
comic
is
book are
in
you
Ann Arbor.
excited for?
And
Yes.
That they're releasing there.
what's that?
What they're giving away. What one are you? Because they released the list, haven't they?
We haven't seen the list.
I think they have released the list.
Will wants to speak.
So I'm most excited for 2 comics that are actually by a roundtable guest one, Steam Trip. He's an artist. He has 2 comics coming out on Free Comic Book Day.
Very
We had
cool.
him on a show about a year ago.
Awesome.
Hopefully we'll get him on a show again and talk about his Free Comic Day comics.
Very cool.
Good plug.
Go look at their archive.
Please
It's always nice to go back. It's like a time machine.
Okay, anything else? We're really quickly.
Nope, that's it.
Nope. Okay,
That's all we
I
got
guess
coming
we're
up.
done. So
Let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap this bad boy up so that we can go do other things.
Yeah.
Nerd Life Productions.
Absolutely.
Will, Eric, Josh, Danny, thank you guys very much for coming out. Vourteque, who had to go and do things. He hopefully will see this later, and thank you very much for him coming out. Everybody here, thank you guys for showing up. Really appreciate it. For Lucas, I'm Conrad. You just got done watching. Thank you for kicking the table, Danny. You just got done watching Season 3, Episode 4, Part 1 of the Rack Show, which you can see on VoxVii's YouTube channel, on VoxVii.com, on therackshow.com, and follow us on all of our social media stuff, The Rack Show, on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Conrad. He's Lucas. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow.
Peace, guys.
Hey, I just met you. This is crazy. Here's
my number, so call me maybe.
I don't know the rest of
I don't know either.
I don't know.
It's over.
Jomar, why aren't you helping us out with the words, man?
I'm gonna leave.